Hello? Hello? Alright. How'd they get... Dude, my second monitor's screwing me over. I blinked, what? Dude, I can't hear him at all. Screw this. What is wrong with my mouse? I'm done. Why are all three cameras out? last cam.
Leave your cam selected on a power cam for the office side. That way, when you pull up the camera, now that we have all that out of the way, it's time for the real challenge. SM. This challenge is absolutely brutal. You'll need a lot of knowledge about the game and good memory to complete this. To really understand how hard this challenge is, this is where it's currently placed, number 36 on the main list. Now, where do you think Nightmare at Disney is placed? Number 50? 60? Yeah, how about 165? This is no joke, but like with every guide I make, I'll try my very best time. This is no joke, but like with every guide I make, I'll try my very best to make you have the easiest time with this challenge. So let's get to it. At the start of the night, you'll want to follow exactly what you did for Nightmare at Disney, except you'll also want to scan for Hourglass. Hourglass can be in 5 total cameras, so having to look for all of them can take a lot of time. So here's a good strat I came up with when I was grinding this mode. Instead of looking at all cams, only scan cams 3, 4, and 8. If Hourglass is in one of them, you'll know what to do. If you don't see Hourglass anywhere, then you'll know that when they're in front of the desk, you shut off the lights and stand still on the left, since the only 2 possible cams they could be in are cams 5 and 9. When Undying spawns, keep your cam on Mortimer, and after the office cycle, immediately close his cam. Once that's done, now it's time to scan for the Mickeys. Quickly find both PNM and CPNM and take note of where they are, because soon they'll enter the office. CPNM on aggressive will actually appear in sync with PNM, but only for the first appearance. Eventually they'll desync because you can't deal with both of them at the same time. When they appear, deal with CPNM first, then PNM. This embodied will appear around this time, so make sure to quickly deal with them too. When you close PNM's cam, wait on Impurity's cam until you see PNM reset and close that camera. Now, here comes the first semi-hard part of the night. Like NAD, this is when the face and Hourglass will sync up. This is where we're going to use the face's stalling mechanic to our benefit. Since Impurity's movement timer doesn't reset instantly anymore, if you close cam 9 and do the office cycle as normal, Impurity will be very close to moving. This is because a few seconds ago, we had our cams closed on CPNM and PNM. So to prevent this from happening, we're going to stall everybody using the face, which will give enough time to increase Impurity's movement timer so she doesn't move. Duh. So when you hear Undying's sound cue, completely ignore it. What you want to listen for is the face's entering sound cue. When you hear that, close cam 9 and do the office cycle with the lights shut. If Hourglass isn't in cams 3 or 4, just do the office cycle normally and they'll get dealt with eventually. If they are though, we're gonna have to do this a bit different.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app.
When you hear the face's sound cue, after about 1 second, Hourglass will move towards the desk. So you're gonna close whichever cam Hourglass was on when the face appears. Give it a second so they reset, then quickly close cam 9 and shut the lights. If done correctly, when you flip down the camera, Hourglass should be gone. After the office cycle, quickly find Mortimer and reset his kill timer. It's good to close Impurity's cam, then find Mortimer so her movement timer isn't running during that. Now, you'll begin a cycle of finding the Mickeys and Hourglass, remembering them, and not forgetting to reset Mortimer's kill timer every now and then. The main thing you need to keep in mind is that after every office cycle, you have 4 tasks. Find Hourglass, find CPNM, find PNM, and reset Mortimer's timer. If you don't complete one of the tasks, you'll most certainly die eventually. The order in which you do these tasks depend on whoever is closest to attacking, so you have to figure that one out as you play. Another thing that is very important here is speed. As the night goes, Hourglass and the face will end up appearing outside of an office cycle, like I mentioned in the NAD section. When this happens, you'll have way less time to find the Mickeys and you also might forget to reset Mortimer. so being speedy to cycle through the cameras helps a lot to not get punished in these situations. Apart from that, the next thing you'll need is tons of practice. At first, you'll forget the 4 tasks all the time, but eventually it'll become second nature, and you might even be able to use the face's stalling mechanic at other times of the night. But the more you play, the better you'll get, and eventually, you have completed the second FNaTI but dumb max mode. Let's go!
Wonder how long it took him to beat it. should be like the easiest character in the entire game. that? Dude, how do I die to that? His sound gets like cut off.